I have to be honest. I discovered Alien Ant Farm because of Smooth Criminal, and I actually didn't know that it was a Michael Jackson cover until later because I was 16 when it came out, which means I missed Smooth Criminal being a Michael Jackson single back in the day. So I just love this original Smooth Criminal song from Alien Ant Farm, and then later on you find out it's a cover. So I thought I would just point that out.
A lot of people, same thing, I mean, because they're younger, they didn't have that first, experience. Like we grew up with Michael Jackson. It's funny because Dryden and Dave Buckner, they both went to the same Michael Jackson concert at Dodger Stadium, not knowing each other, but as kids. But yeah, so we all grew up loving that stuff, and for it to come full circle like that is kind of funny. But yeah, a lot of kids did not know. People would have like shirts that they would make that said like "You just mosh to Michael Jackson" and stuff like that. And that was like the one that took off first. The way the story goes is that movies we went to put that out. We went to make a video for it. At the time, the video and the single you want to sync up. So you want them to both to hit at the same time, come out at the same time. We had it all on schedule to do, and we did a video with Tamra Davis, who did Billy Madison, and she was just getting ready to do the movie for Britney Spears called Crossroads. And so she was kind of like in a little time crunch. And when we did the video, we did it was like a big video at Universal Studios, on the back lot and all this and that. We made this video and it was pretty cool. It's cool in concept, but just the execution was just poor. And when we did it, we thought, like, God, like, do we suck at making music videos? Again, like the whole image thing and this and that, like maybe like we'd suck. So that didn't happen. Well, the video was bad, and we were on our way to go join this Linkin Park tour. And halfway there, they messaged us and said, no, you got to get on a plane. So we had to get on a private jet and then fly back to LA, get out, do another video with Marco Siega, who's done like a bunch of Dexter and done a bunch of, he did like Papa Roach, Last Resort. He did a bunch of videos at that time. He did the video for us for movies, which was like kind of like just behind the scenes, like on a stage or whatever. So we did that one, which is just like a makeshift because he had a stage that he was working on that he just like kind of said to DreamWorks, okay, I could do this. I got this location. I just wrapped up a video. If you want to get them here, I'll make it work best we can. So DreamWorks was like, yeah. So we went out there. We missed a couple more dates on that Lincoln Park tour to do this video. Then we flew back out, got to the Lincoln Park tour. In that time, the song had been released, and the video finally made it to MTV. Just went to M2. It didn't sync up. It wasn't released at the same time. So all that stuff was off. You know what I mean? So according to the data and all that kind of stuff, it's like it didn't sync up, and so that was that. And so we kind of lost a little traction there. Well, during that time, people were starting to like discover the record and found that Smooth Criminal. And so K Rock New York started playing it, and they're kind of like a trend setting like station. So as they started playing it, other people started playing it, and it just kind of caught fire that way. And so it was never a plan of ours. In fact, we thought at the very end of the record cycle, like when we're going to make our second record, we'll put out Smooth Criminal and let that carry us over into and that was our strategy. Definitely took a different course. But so they started playing it, and so that took off. Then it was like, okay, well, this is starting to be a hit, so we're gonna make a video now for it. So we had to go make a video for it right away. And it was like with Mark Glassfeld, make a big old video, do everything, spend all the money, get it all rad. So we made that video, and then we parlayed that into a co-op with MTV. And so MTV did it with Tough Enough. So it was like a wrestling thing. And so it was just getting played on MTV like a lot. So everything was, even though that didn't come out the same, like sync up the same way, but it just had some fire behind it. So then that all happened. It was doing good. Everything was good. And then 9/11 hit. Okay. And when 9/11 hit, because we had just done the VMA, opened that, we played that shortly. That was that weekend or the couple days after it, 9/11 hit. There was like this list that got sent out to radio where they kind of like just blackballed a lot of these songs, and it said it was like during sensitive times, we can't play this list of these songs. Like Drowning Pool, Let the Bodies Hit the Floor was off the list. Smooth Criminal was off the list too. I mean, there were so many songs. I mean, I'm sure you
I
remember.
remember Stained from this album here. Stained, the song Fade. The music video they're performing in a clock tower that's collapsing. That
Oh,
video got banned. I remember there was The band Joy Drop had a song called Sometimes Wanna Die that got banned. Just anything about death essentially was removed.
Yeah, just insensitive times, you know what I mean? So I mean I get it kind of, but with some of them especially, but so and you've been struck by a smooth criminal. Like it's
Yeah.
kind of
That's kind
yeah.
of a reach, but
But you know what I mean? And let the bodies hit the floor, understand, all those things. But again, it's nobody saw that coming. So when that happened, they took the song off the radio. And so when that was going on, the radio stations were still like wanted to support the band. And so they're like, is there anything, when we play movies again or do whatever. So they started playing movies again. So we made another video for movies, like a proper, like good video. Got
the
Mr.
one in the movie theaters?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we did that video. So that's the third video that we did for movies.
That's funny.
Yeah. And so that's how that happened. So it was our first and third single was movies, and our second biggest single was Smooth Criminal.
So that music video for Smooth Criminal, it's such like an undeniable, iconic music video. It has 400 million views on YouTube, which is huge. And then the song itself has hundreds of millions of spins just on Spotify. It's so crazy how successful that song is.
A lot of people they think the song is called Annie. Play Annie.
Play that Annie song.